Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy President. We move to the next follow-up question from the Honourable Dr. Skrihokel.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy President, your predecessor, Mr. Didi Mabuza, visited Umfuleni local municipality following questions in this House to investigate the water issues. The result has been a Section 63 intervention by the National Department into the water and sanitation services in the municipality's competency. We also know that you have visited there to monitor the process. The results were initially pleasing, but the progress has all but stopped and the regression again has become evident. So my question, has your office continued to monitor this, or have you left it up to the department to manage it alone? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Skrihokel. Deputy Minister, your response to that?
Thank you very much, Honourable Chairperson. Yes, Honourable Member, after I was appointed as Deputy President, I followed up the work that was done by the former Deputy President Mabuza. I visited Mfuleni more than once, initially with Minister of Water. At the time, it was Minister Senzo Mtunu. We went to inspect the facilities there, the treatment plants, and you will recall that at the time people were complaining about this water, the sewer spillages in the various areas, particularly affecting households. We then decided that we will intervene. And at the time, Minister Mtunu then ensured that we upgrade the water treatment plants to ensure that it operates properly. So far, I know that the current Minister of Water and Sanitation, Honourable Pemima Jodina, has also been to Gauteng a number of times. So we are monitoring that situation. If indeed there is deterioration, I will inform the Minister that we immediately focus once again in that area. But it is our approach with the water task team that we will visit these areas, particularly where there are water challenges. Thank you very much, Honourable Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy President. We now move on to the next follow-up question, and that's from the Honourable Suwisa.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Deputy President. Deputy President, it is concerning to note how the ruling party has deliberately failed to prepare for water provision for our people despite years of warning. In Amajuba District Municipality, for example, the Brakfontein Reservoir has been under revamping since 2020, and yet to date the reservoir is still only at 90% completion. Why is it that the reservoir has not been concluded in 5 years after the project was initiated? And why do the communities across provinces continue to face water crises when budgets are allocated year after year for the maintenance and creation of new water infrastructure? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Suwisa. Honourable Deputy President, your response, please.
Yes, thank you, Chairperson. Honourable Suwisa, yes, it is true that it has taken a bit of time to intervene in some of these areas, particularly because initially the approach was that municipalities themselves should take a responsibility to ensure that they deal with water infrastructure and so on. But we realize that a number of municipalities are actually struggling financially. As a result, a lot of water infrastructure in many areas have not been upgraded. And that leads to leakages and the loss of revenue, water. So what we have done now, if you'll recall that the President in the State of Nation address this year did indicate that we will be spending about 940 billion rands over the MTF, particularly to support water infrastructure and maintenance and operations in municipalities, particularly struggling municipalities. The metros themselves may have sufficient resources to do this work, but municipalities in rural areas do need the support of national government, and that's what we are going to be doing. We have started that work, and we are ensuring that we deal with this aging infrastructure in many areas to be able to supply water properly to communities. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy President. We now move on to the next follow-up question, and that's from the Honorable Nzimande.
No, thank you, Deputy President. Facts are showing growth in non-revenue water owing to infrastructure. One municipality, it is reported that 140,000 liters per day are lost, which translates to 480 million. I want just to ask the Deputy President, we have heard that he's just talking about the plans, they're still in the planning stage, that how does the government plan to ensure that the plans they have are sustainable and not just a temporal measure? But secondly, how is the government intending to deal with the challenge that is growing in relation to the percentage of risk for treatment water plants, which is now above 70%? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nzimande. Deputy President.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Nzimande, we are going to ensure that these plans are sustainable. You will recall that the President last year assented to the South African National Water Resources Infrastructure Agency. Now, this agency, it's intended to pull this work together nationally up to locals to ensure that we address to address the challenges of water in all the areas. So I believe that with the implementation of this decision, we are going to be able to deal with these problems decisively. In fact, when the President spoke this morning at the Water Summit, he indicated to the delegates there that we are going to put strict timeframes on all these plans. So we're not just going to say, oh yes, we've got good plans to deal with challenges of water. We are going to put strict timeframes to ensure that all these plans should be implemented by particular dates so that we can hold people accountable. So that's the serious manner in which we take this matter. As the President said this morning, that people can't live without water. You may live without other things, but water is a necessity. As I said earlier, water is life. So we are going to ensure that these sustainable plans are monitored and to ensure that there's accountability, to ensure that they are implemented everywhere to ensure the improvement that we seek. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy President. We